The economic and moral collapse in Nigeria had forced ordinary citizens to find new ways to support themselves.
America is such a land of opportunity. It continues to attract hard-working, honest immigrants from all over the world. But law enforcement officials say at least one country is sending not only honest immigrants, but many who seek a different kind of opportunity. Bob Fall continues our special investigative series, Cons, Scams, and Ripoffs.
No African nation has more people than Nigeria. No other has more of its people visit the United States, and according to law enforcement officials, no other turns so readily to crime. Call it the Nigerian Mafia.
The Nigerians have become what we term in law enforcement an emerging organized crime group.
Meet Akeem Salome, shown here collecting some of the $28,000 in student loans he got fraudulently with 8 aliases. That's right, 8.
Nigerians are active in procuring student loan fraud. They seem to be more active than other nationality groups.
This Washington, D.C. mother who didn't want to be identified is part of what police say is another Nigerian fraud. She got $500 to marry, then divorce a Nigerian student so he could stay in the country. A scheme so lucrative, she went on to arrange dozens of quickie marriages for other Nigerians. Easy credit, say the experts, has made it easy for Nigerians to rip off the system. Stealing carbon receipts or social security numbers, they apply for and get numerous credit cards, which they use to the limit.
I would characterize it a major economic problem.
Millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars.
Just from Nigerians.
Just from Nigerians.
And it's not just white-collar crime. Federal prosecutors say up to 90% of all heroin sold in the nation's capital is handled by Nigerians.
There is a large criminal element in the Nigerian community, sadly, that has devoted a great deal of time to heroin and cocaine smuggling into the United States.
No. It's not true.
The Nigerian government insists that 99% of Nigerians here are law-abiding. Many are victims, it says, of bias and sloppy police work.
They assume that any black man comes from Africa is a Nigerian. Right. The fact that somebody is carrying a Nigerian passport does not necessarily mean he's a Nigerian.
If he is Nigerian, say students of the country, what he's learned is that corruption is a way of life in Nigeria which pays.
The most successful people in the country tend to be those who've accumulated their fortunes in corrupt means, and therefore young people, students and other immigrants take their cue from that sort of social structure.
I've had many Nigerians tell me they love it here because there's no country on earth like America. It's so easy to steal. I hear that over and over again. It's so easy.
Tough talk by Secretary of State Schultz while in Nigeria elicited a Nigerian promise to crack down on drug trafficking. But it will take more than words, say police, to stop Akeem Salome and all the others.
Despite the obvious and enormous risk, many Nigerians continue to engage in these criminal activities simply because it was a better option. At least in a Western prison, they would have 3 square meals, pipe-borne water, and uninterrupted electricity. For those not brave enough to enter this international crime scene, all they could do was stay in Nigeria and suffer.